My fiancée chose her ex over me a week before the wedding. I cried for one night, then I sold the ring. 2 days later, she was calling nonstop. I'm a 32-year-old man. Or I was supposed to be a 32-year-old getting married next Saturday. That changed recently. My fiancée, Sarah, 29, sat me down a week before the wedding with tuxes in the closet and said she couldn't go through with it. Why still in love with her ex, Mark, 30? Yeah, Mark. The youthful mistake she swore was history. Apparently, history reached out a month ago and they'd been reconnecting. It felt like a rogue wave. 4 years together, lived together for 2. I picked a $12,000 ring, her dream diamond. Venue walkthrough done, her dress paid for, my parents' non-refundable flights booked. Sarah cried, so sorry, didn't mean for this to happen, said she realized she was settling. With me, fun, I didn't yell, just stared, asked if she was sure. She was, if Mark was waiting, he was. She actually said he'd been so supportive through this difficult realization. I bet. She packed a bag that night for her sisters. I spent it on the couch, hollowed out. Yes, I cried. Woke up, saw the wedding invite on the fridge. Something clicked. Cold, clear, okay. Adapt. First, called my best man, Tom, told him the usual. She did what? Then my plan. Next, the ring. Took it to a reputable jeweler known for buying estate pieces. Got a quote, not $12K. Resale is brutal. They offered $7,200. Took it. Cash, banked it. Done. This was 2 days after she dropped the bomb. Started calling vendors. Venue, florist, caterer, some sympathetic. Some pointed to non-refundable clauses. Understandable, ripping off the Band-Aid. Then my phone blew up. Sarah calls, voicemails, texts. James, we need to talk. James, call me back. It's urgent. James, where's the ring? My mom asked. Yeah, that's where we are. She's keen to chat. Haven't picked up. Yet part of me numb, another part surprisingly methodical. Update, wow. The response was a lot. Thanks for the support and the messages with strong opinions about her. Cathartic, not gonna lie, so Sarah, calls didn't stop. After many I picked up, kept my voice even. Hello, Sarah. James, finally. Why haven't you been answering? Me, busy. What's urgent? Her, mom was asking about the ring, insurance, or whatever, and I was thinking since the wedding isn't happening, I should probably give it back to you. Or we can figure out what to do with it. The nerve, me, no ring to figure out, Sarah. Her, what do you mean? Me, the engagement ring, sold it a few days ago now. Silence. Then, you sold it without talking to me. Me. Something to discuss. You ended the engagement, my property, my purchase, I dealt with it. Her, but it was our ring, it symbolized our relationship. Me, which you terminated. Symbolism's moot now, wouldn't you say? Tears started. Classic Sarah. Sarah, but that was expensive, James. What did you get? You should have told me. Maybe I could have sold it or kept it for sentimental reasons. Sentimental reasons for the relationship she torpedoed. I think not me. Fair price, money's in my bank. Partial reimbursement for non-refundable wedding deposits. Her, what? You can't just do that. That money, some should be mine. We picked it out together. Me, you picked it out, I paid. You walked away from the commitment, end of story. She went on about how unfair I was, how Mark thinks I'm vindictive. Oh, Mark has opinions. Good to know, she even said, this isn't the man I thought you were. Lady, you blew up our life for a guy you called a mistake. You don't get to lecture me. The entitlement is breathtaking. She genuinely thought she'd call off the wedding, and I'd. What? Keep the ring safe for her. Hand over the cash so she and Mark could put a down payment on a love nest. Told her I was handling vendor cancellations. Would send an itemized list of any shared costs or her specific things, like her dress alterations, if the shop charges she'd need to cover. Sarah, shared costs. You booked most of it. Me, yes, for our wedding, the wedding you canceled. You don't detonate a bomb and walk away consequence-free. She hung up. Predictable. Text started. I can't believe you did this. So unfair. One gem. Mark is disgusted by your behavior. He said he'd never treat a woman like that. Almost replied. Does he know you were engaged to me 5 minutes ago? Didn't. Gray Rock, practically, recouped about 30% of deposits. Venue, $8,000 loss. Caterer keeping $2,500. Florist, $800 or $1,500. Honeymoon, $6,000 package, non-refundable. Guess who's going solo to a tropical paradise? This guy, or with Tom. Ring money, $7,200, covered some losses but still out of pocket. More to come, I'm sure. Her parents haven't chimed in. Next level of fun. TLDR, Sarah appalled I sold the ring, won't give her money, thinks I'm unfair for expecting her to face financial consequences. Mark, PhD in relationship ethics, agrees. Update. 1 week since the breakup. Full week since Sarah dropped the nuke. Dust swirling now with parental units. Sarah's mom, Helen, called, saccharine venom. James, dear, so surprised. Sarah said you'd sold the beautiful ring. Me. Helen, Sarah ended the engagement. Ring was mine to sell. Her, well, yes, but a symbol of love you shared. Sarah's upset, feels you were spiteful. Me, I did it to mitigate significant financial losses. Spite wasn't the primary driver. Okay, maybe a tiny bit. Then the kicker. James, Sarah's dad, George, and I are out money too. My dress, alterations, George's suit, rehearsal dinner deposit, $1,500. Me, frustrated. I've also lost substantial amounts. Her, yes, well, since you've recouped from the ring and this was sudden, George, and I hoped you'd help us. After all, you were left. Traditional for groom's side to handle these things. Avoid embarrassment for her family. Almost laughed. Traditional. Is it traditional for the bride to jump to an ex a week out and expect the groom to pay for her parents' party outfits? Me. Helen, Sarah made the decision. Financial fallout is hers. I'm not responsible. I covered my losses, that's it. Her, but James, we thought of you as a son, so mercenary. Sarah is devastated. Mark has been a rock. Agrees this is no way to treat people who are almost family. Mark, moral arbiter again. Me. My attitude reflects reality. Sarah is an adult who made a decision. She and her new partner can handle consequences. Won't discuss this further. Ended call. She was sputtering about disappointment. Evening, email from Sarah. Subject, we need to be fair. James' mom told me, so incredibly hurt. Not just money, respect. Selling ring without discussion. Slap in face, refusing to help mom and dad. They spent for our wedding. Mark said if roles reversed, he'd feel moral obligation. He's trying to be bigger person. Maybe you should, itemized costs. Mom's dress alterations, $750. Dad's suit, $500. Rehearsal dinner deposit, $1,500. My wedding dress preservation kit, $200. Bridesmaid gifts, my half, $200. Total, $2,950. Fair, you cover this. You got $7,200 for ring bought for me, so money joint. Deduct $2,950 from $7,200. Send me balance $4,250. Or pay $2,950 to mom and dad. Keep rest as damages, though I'm emotionally traumatized. Audacity, emotionally traumatized. She's traumatized. Mark, saintly sage, offering opinions while with my ex-fiancé. Didn't reply directly, compiled my list. Venue cancellation, my deposit lost, $8,000. Caterer deposit lost, $2,500. Florist deposit lost, $800. Photographer deposit, $500. My suit custom. $900. Groomsman gifts, $350. Sarah's dress deposit paid by me, $1,000. Our honeymoon share, my half, I'm eating, $3,000. Total, I'm out before ring sale. $18,050. Sent simple reply. Sarah, my financial losses due to your decision currently stand at $10,850 after the $7,200 from the ring sale was applied. Will not cover your or your parents' expenses. Consider financial discussions closed. James. Radio silence. About a day. Nice. Solo honeymoon looks appealing. Me, beach, cocktails, dress shop called me, my number on form. About final payment fitting. Informed them Sarah is sole contact, provided her number, tiny cold satisfaction. Update, radio silence lasted half a day. Then Mark texted. Hey James, Sarah's torn up. Get your hurt but scorched earth isn't cool. Good person, tough choice. Ruining her financially is low. Me, Mark, financial arrangements are a consequence of Sarah's decision, not to ruin her. She canceled the wedding with non-refundable costs. Facts. Him, yeah, but ring money for her, her parents out cash, make this easier. Me, ring conditional on marriage not happening, proceeds offset my costs. Her parents' expenses between them and Sarah, non-productive conversation, don't contact me again. Him, wow, something else, Sarah deserves better. Me, she made her choice, apparently you're it, good luck. Blocked, done, revenge. Not movie style, just untangling myself. Letting natural consequences land. Vendors canceled my end, some couple contracts. Photographer, good guy. Sarah called him, she and Mark thinking small commitment ceremony. Wondered if he could use the deposit for a simpler package. Photographer, original contract voided. Deposit non-refundable. New booking needs new contract deposit. Day rebooked. Sarah threw a fit, accused him of loyalty to me. Unprofessional, photographer loyal to contracts and policies. Venue kept my $8,000. Sarah called, asked if, since she didn't cancel but I did, could she get deposit back or apply to a smaller room. Manager. She informed me wedding was off. Deposit forfeit. Mark called separately, trying to negotiate. Venue should show compassion. Venue, book and pay like new client, he did not. Dress shop called Sarah for final payment, $2,500. I'd paid $1,000 deposit on it. She was meant to pay the rest. She refused. Last I heard, via acquaintance, letter threatening collections. Not my circus. Honeymoon, $6,000 non-refundable package. Sarah texted, new number. About honeymoon, least you can do is let me and Mark use it. Paid for, waste otherwise, Olive Branch. So we all move on. Olive Branch, gifting my canceled honeymoon to her and her lover. Gall replied, package in my name, non-transferable, will enjoy it myself. Have a nice life, Sarah. Booked flight for Tom. His ticket extra, but thought of us sipping cocktails on our honeymoon beach while she deals with dress debts? Priceless. Social fallout, haven't smeared, word gets around, wedding off a week before. Bride with ex. Mutual friends supportive. Her closer friends, she followed her heart. Me, her heart has expensive, inconvenient timing. Sarah's parents mortified, not by Sarah, but my ungenerous handling. Helen told an acquaintance I've shown my true colors. She's glad Sarah escaped. Escaped what? Responsibility. Got a letter from a debt collection agency for the bridal shop addressed to Sarah at our old address. Sealed. Returned to sender. Addressee no longer at this address. Felt good. Sarah called last night, new number, didn't pick up. Voicemail reel crying, James, please, nightmare, dress shop, ruin my credit, mom and dad furious about rehearsal dinner. Mark supportive but stressed. Everyone looks to him to fix it. Says this is your fault for being vindictive, not cushioning blow. Can't you just help? Old times' sake. Old times when she was planning a wedding with me while reconnecting with her ex. No way, deleted, ring money gone, swallowed by deposits. I'm still out nearly $11,000 for the wedding, but it's manageable. Cost of a lesson. Final update, 6 months since the breakup. Life's different. Better. Honeymoon with Tom. Epic margaritas, sunburn, barely thought of Sarah. Dodged a bullet, thoughts, not woe is me. Empty seat on the plane there. Weird but ancient history by landing. Sarah and Mark. Rocky, finances. Bridal shop pursued debt. Sarah had a meltdown. Her parents refused a bailout, still salty. Mark not keen on dropping $2,500 on a dress Sarah wouldn't wear for him. Heard Sarah paid in installments, took an extra part-time job. Ouch, they're still together. Tiny apartment, small commitment ceremony, never happened. Starting on financial and emotional debris isn't a fairy tale. Socially, awkward. Old mutual friends sided with me or kept distance. Sarah complained I poisoned everyone. Nah, honey, your actions. Mark's halo slipped. Less supportive rock, more guy complaining about his stress. Shocking, ran into Helen at a store. Saw me pale, darted down another aisle. Petty satisfaction, me, new apartment, different part of town, clean break. Money lost, made peace with it, expensive lesson but learned. Focusing on work, gym, friends, dating, not yet. Not rushed, open to it. Experience didn't make me bitter, more discerning, aware of my worth, no dramatic confrontation. Entitled people rarely have epiphanies, they find new people to blame. Sarah's telling people I was emotionally unavailable, why she sought comfort elsewhere.